Mazzer grinders built in Italy are a respected name in commercial grinders around the world. The Mazzer Mini has been a go-to choice for discriminating home users looking for commercial quality grinding in a unit sized to fit into in-home setups.
But watch out, there's a new kid on the block, the Ceado E6. It's essentially the same price as the Mini and just slightly larger. Its feature set, well, it's impressive with specs that beat the Mazzer in many areas and some thoughtful design elements which make it easier to use as well.
Hi, Marc and Morgan from Whole Latte Love. Today we'll review and compare the Ceado E6 and the Mazzer Mini point by point, feature to feature, to help you make an informed purchase decision.
So the Mazzer Mini at just under 17 inches is one of the smallest commercial grade grinders. Serious home users love the size. It fits on most countertops underneath overhanging cabinets.
The Ceado E6 is 19.5 inches to the top of the hopper. Now, if that extra 2.5 inches is a deal breaker, stay tuned and we'll show you a relatively cheap trick that'll get the E6 down to 17.75 inches.
Let's look at the specs. The Mazzer has 58mm burrs spinning at 1600 RPM, driven by a 250-watt motor. It's made in Italy and has a 1-year manufacturer's limited warranty.
The Ceado E6 uses 64mm burrs at 1400 RPM, driven by a 300-watt motor. It's also made in Italy and comes with a 3-year manufacturer's limited warranty.
So comparing specs, at least on paper, the Ceado comes out on top with larger burrs and a more powerful motor. But let's go deeper and compare features. Take off the hopper and look into the grinding chamber. First thing you'll notice is the top nut. It's a tapered nut on the Ceado and a standard 6-face nut on the Mazzer.
Probably not a big deal, but that smoother entry might improve bean flow. A more important difference is in the mounting of the top burr and how it affects grind size adjustment.
The Mazzer floats the top burr on 3 springs. It's a setup that's been used on grinders for years. The Ceado takes a different approach. Its top burr floats on a continuous piece of sprung metal, which rests on a metal ring.
A couple things there. The metal ring on the Ceado helps seal off the threads. It keeps ground coffee from clogging them up. On the Mazzer, the threads are not sealed. Ground coffee can gum them up, making adjustment more difficult. It also gets into the spaces holding the springs on the Mazzer, which has the potential to cause some problems.
Adjusting grind size works the same on both grinders. On the Mazzer, a handle is used connected to a metal ring. On the Ceado, there's no handle, so hands are used to turn the ring. We find adjustment is a little smoother on the Ceado. The sealed threads don't get gummed up, so the ring can be turned smoothly with one hand.
On the Mazzer, grind size adjustment is not as smooth. It's usually a 2-hand job with one hand on the lever and one holding the grinder in place while turning. As coffee gets into the threads, adjustment usually becomes more difficult.
If you've been researching Ceado grinders, there's no doubt you've come across marketing for their Steady Lock system. They say it's a huge innovation in grinder technology.
The way we understand it is that it locks the upper bearing of the motor shaft in place. This eliminates any chance of grind size drift due to thermal expansion or other factors. The result is extreme consistency. The same grind size for the first shot of the day and all the way through to the last.
Does it make a difference? Well, it's incredibly difficult to measure such things, but we can say this. We've had Ceado grinders out to numerous latte art competitions and placed them in espresso training centers, and professional baristas have been very impressed.
Moving down to dosing chambers, we really like how easy adjusting the dose on the Ceado is. A tall knob makes for easy adjustment. Compare that to the Mazzer. Unless you've got long and nimble fingers, you'll most likely need some tools to remove a metal baffle in order to get at the short adjustment knob.
As to actual dosing into a portafilter, it's all about the coffee actually falling properly into the center. Now, both grinders do a good job of getting the coffee to where it should be, provided users aren't shy about giving the dosing levers strong pulls.
Moving down, the Mazzer has a metal grounds tray with a depression for containing things, while the Ceado's is plastic. So cleanup with both is easy. Just pull the tray and dump.
The Ceado has thermal protection to protect the machine should something go wrong. If it trips, it's very easy to reset using a button located just above the grounds tray. The Mazzer is protected as well and automatically resets itself internally.
So Marc, at the top of the video, we said if height was a concern, there was a little trick to get the Ceado to within an inch of the Mazzer in height.
That's right, check this out. The hopper from the Mazzer will fit on the Ceado, and you can get one for less than $35 at WholeLatteLove.com. With that, overall height comes in at under 18 inches.
So overall, 2 quality commercial grinders also going after home users serious about their grind. The Mazzer Mini, a respected name and innovative new kid on the block, the Ceado E6.
Either an excellent choice, but at nearly the same price, we think the Ceado deserves serious consideration. It's NSF rated like all Ceado grinders, so it's ready to go into light commercial use. The Mazzer is not NSF rated.
On paper, the Ceado looks good with bigger burrs, a stronger motor, steady lock technology, and triple the manufacturer's warranty. In use, we like the sealed threads, which make for easier adjustment and cleaning. And dosing is much easier to adjust using the long knob on the Ceado.
The Mazzer Mini and the Ceado E6, either an excellent and compact choice for light commercial or in-home grinding. I'm Mark.
And I'm Morgan from Whole Latte Love. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest on everything coffee.
The #1 source for everything coffee, WholeLatteLove.com.